you talked a little bit about how you got into pro wrestling.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, elaborate on that just a little bit more if you can. And then what made you decide to become a pro wrestling promoter?
Sure. So I said big fan my entire life. I was, one of the things I tell everybody is like, look, I was growing up and I was like a shy, awkward, like overweight kid, right? So what did I gravitate to? Horror movies, comic books, and pro wrestling, right? And I have a Superman tattoo and I have an entire sleeve of horror characters, and a lot of stuff just doesn't go away, right? And wrestling is one of those things that I never grew out of. I've been a fan. I used to write a wrestling article for my high school newspaper. Like, that's how deep into it I've been, right? As I progressed through my professional career and as I got older, I was a mortgage loan officer for about 10 years. And what I would do is local wrestling events I would sponsor. So it would be like this wrestler sponsored by Evan Zalios, home loan specialist, right? Or this event is brought to you by Evan Zalios from insert mortgage company here, right? I've run businesses in the past. I've always been a go-getter when it comes to stuff. And luckily, through my, sponsorships, I made some connections and I made some friends, and people got to know me, and some people got to know me, and some people didn't want to get to know me. And some people just wanted to take my money and say, go stand over there, and wouldn't even acknowledge me when I would walk into the building. And other people would jump on me as they were making their way down to the ring and make me, pop a disc in my back.
Oh.
Hi, Brian. So it was one of those things where I knew that I always wanted to be involved in some aspect. And it wasn't until my partners at Focus Pro said to me, hey, look, like, we have this opportunity. One of our guys is leaving. We have an opportunity for somebody to come through and be a member of not only the team, but be a part of the ownership group. And we need somebody that knows how to run the business. The wrestling side of Focus Pro is the most solid wrestling you're ever going to get. The booking is impeccable. We pull in people that you're never going to see in any other indie in the state of Massachusetts. With that being said, the business side of Focus Pro was not necessarily in its best spot. So after a bunch of conversations and a bunch of back and forth, I was honored to be asked to be a part of the team. And that's kind of where I've found my niche in bringing a level of professionalism to the independent wrestling scene here in Massachusetts that I think has been lacking for a very long time, because I'm not just a guy that has money, right? I'm not just a fan, right? This isn't like, we're not running like tax return shows, right? Where it's like, yeah, we got $5,000, let's put on a wrestling show. Like, there's enough of that as it is. We're fine. But I am a businessman, and I understand the way that businesses work. And I understand that the first thing you have to do is take care of your people. And that means that every talent that walks through that door at Focus Pro is paid that night. It means that they get their envelope with their cash and they get their rate, right? People used to say it was, a hot dog and a handshake. In recent years, it's turned into a grilled cheese sandwich and a fist bump, right? Like, it's not something that you want, and it's not, begging for sponsorships and for other people to pay for you to come wrestle, right? That's not how it goes. If you're going to be a business person, you run it like a business. So what did I do? I bought a ring. I'm not renting a ring. I'm going to buy a ring. Bought a wrestling ring. Like, if you told 12-year-old Evan that he'd own a wrestling ring at 43, he'd probably have, his fat ass would have a heart attack on the spot, right? It's one of those things where professionally our setup has changed. It's just, you want to look the part, right? Yeah. And being from outside of the industry and having partners who are in the industry, we have a really good, dichotomy there of the view from the fan side of things and the outside world, which is me. and then my partners who are more on the inside that are actual talent. So yeah, that's kind of how, you know, a long story to make, not to make it longer, as my dad would say. I got into it, and it's just been the best, probably nearly 2 years of my life has been being a part of Focus Pro.
I think more companies need that approach if we're being completely honest, and having someone on the inside that is a fan,
Mhm.
and then having the people on the inside that are the business. Because I feel like there's too much where it's just business people running things and they're trying to do things, the way they've been done for years and years and years.
Mhm.
And while there are some tried and true methodology there, you also got to change with the times, and you need somebody that's got that finger on the pulse. So, like, this is what the fans are responding to.